SWEET message. SWEET, S-U-I-T-E, sustainable, unique, innovative, timely, economical. Today, I want to take you on a journey on how we build large parts cleaning systems. This will be a series of videos talking about the various aspects of building very large cleaning machines. We'll take you on a journey on building these systems, myself and a couple of other team members, to show the various aspects of the process of building these large systems. Now, these machines can range from 50, 60, 70, even 80 feet long. So they can be very large. So there's logistical things that we need to overcome, challenges that we need to overcome in building these machines. So it starts at the beginning phases of assembly. Here we now have 3 modules on the floor. There's additional modules that need to go onto this machine. We start with the assembly of the tanks themselves. We have to develop wiring plans. We have to figure out the control system. All kinds of things that happen with building these large machines. We're going to take you on a journey through a series of videos, short clips, to educate you on how these things come together from start to finish, from build through testing to teardown and shipping. It's going to be fun. So join us on this journey and come along for the ride, and you'll get to see some really sweet things.
Ben Dickinson, I'm engineering manager here at Alliance Manufacturing. Now that our modules are all in position, it's time to get all the external plumbing in place. The plumbing is the lifeline of the machine. Things we do on our machines quite frequently is we have pump forward filling. Now what pump forward filling is, it's bringing solution from the next stage a part will see into the previous stage. So this is from rinse to wash. It helps recover some of the chemistry that gets carried over on the parts and conveyor belt. It also helps maintain the heat of your key processes. All of these lines are connected to our primary feeds. These are multi-pass welded trunks. The reason we have multi-pass welded trunks on this particular machine is that the amount of solution being delivered to each spray header is extremely large. By welding these units together, it gives us much higher confidence in future leak proofing. So these large pumps and large pipe trunks that are all affixed to the machine, they are bolted up with flange connections. The reason we have additional flange connections instead of welding all of these components solid is everything fails eventually, and you're going to need to be able to maintain these pumps. So what we've done here is we've actually created splits in the piping in areas that are easy to remove, and we've mounted these pumps on removable skid plates. That actually does 2 things for us. We can break down this entire assembly for shipment and fit it on a truck much more easily, but in the end user's facility, it also allows you to quickly remove one of these pumps from the system and drop in a new replacement if needed. The ease of access is great because it allows you to pull this out, get it somewhere you can actually work on it to a workbench with the proper tools, and you could rebuild one of these units. This vertical pump actually has an integrated VFD in it. So it allows us to ramp up and down the speed of this pump to better match your target process parameters. It allows the machine to operate much more efficiently than if it was using simple throttling valves and fixed speed pumps. It also lets us do some cool things where we're actually flushing out the manifolds between maintenance intervals by utilizing the VFDs and some new dump valves we've created.
Starting at one end of the machine, we pull the belt to the opposite end of the machine with the aid of ropes. Once at that end, we pull it back through to the original end on the return end of the belt, cut it to length, and join it together with a connecting rod.
Another nice feature with this large system is a wash down spray bar on the load end of the system. This acts as a wash down to keep the front end of the machine clean, so any contamination, chips, debris that are being introduced at the front end of the machine, it's washing that down into the tank for filtration. For this particular application, we did a special feature, and it was viewing windows. So it's nice for process viewing and process monitoring. Access panel with viewing windows can come in very handy if you want to get a bird's eye view as far as what's actually going on inside the machine.
I'm going to talk to you guys today about a conveyorized drive system on a large parts washer. These systems are actually very carefully engineered. We need to make sure that the drive motor is sufficiently large to drive the parts, but not oversized, putting the machine or people in danger. Roller supports are important to us. It reduces friction for the drive system, so you can convey parts using less energy. On large systems like this, we tend to have concealed bearings, so we actually take and move grease lines back and make them externally accessible. On a lot of these large systems, we actually have conveyor pause buttons. So if operators need to quickly unload the conveyor belt, they can slap that button before product starts falling on the floor. We're here on the load end of this large parts washer. We actually have product guides that assist operators when loading. We have a very large loading platform. It's a stationary platform to queue parts up, so you can send a full wave down the machine all at the same time. We have part detection here. This helps us conserve energy on the machines. It allows you to do a run out at the end of the day and have your machine powering down areas that aren't being used. It helps conserve heat, energy, chemistry, water, all the good stuff. The last feature to hit on this end of the machine is actually right here. Since this machine has automated air knife adjustment on it, we actually have a clearance photo eye installed, and this checks to make sure that somebody isn't inadvertently loading a part onto the conveyor that is too high and could collide with something inside the machine. Just another little layer of safety for a big machine like this. In all of our conveyorized systems, we actually designed these so that the roller supports for the conveyor belt conveniently drop in from the top. That makes removal and changing these very easy. Just lift the belt and pull it out. The lower return rollers are all spring loaded, so they simply pop out with a push. You can access everything from the front, changing it in. It's important to have these installed prior to installing the belt. It really reduces the friction and makes the pull process easy.
Another special feature with this large machine is we added an actual adjustable belt riser. The riser is nice because when you have long parts that are crossing between zones, it helps in the sheeting water action to help the water sheet off of the parts. And it's very easily adjustable, so one simple ratchet can adjust the entire roller across the width of the belt.
We begin by adding low voltage power to the machine and loading the programs, doing our low voltage circuitry testing and I/O. Then the high voltage components are tested. Following that, we will check all the mechanical, electrical, and pneumatic operations of the machine prior to running in full auto mode. When machine operational testing is complete, we move on to our pre-runoff process tests. And what we'll require, we request sample parts from the customer in advance, and then we will run the machine with their parts to verify that everything meets their requirements and the requirements of our building standards. After the machine testing is complete, we'll perform operational verification of the machine, and we request the customer to send some parts in advance. So prior to the factory acceptance test, we run their parts to confirm everything meets their requirements and our manufacturing standards. Adjustments are made based on spray coverage and conveyor speeds.
Hi, I'm Randy Ziegler. I am the lead control engineer here at Alliance Manufacturing. I'm responsible for the control system design, the three-phase high power voltage design of these machines, in addition to HMI and PLC software development, basically the smarts that make our beautiful machines do what they do. One thing I want to talk about today is just the elegant nature of our Alliance cleaning washers, from the intuitiveness, the way we lay out the HMI and the user interface experience, and also the degree of capabilities that these machines have. From, for example, this particular machine, very elegant machine, variable speed pumps on all of these, or 4 pumps, DC drive on our conveyor, all variable speed. The beautiful aspect of these machines, as I mentioned, was that all the process parameters, from temperatures, wash zone, rinse zone, heated blow-off zone, is fully programmable, high and low temperature monitoring, in addition to the speeds of the pump for the VFD control so we can get perfect spray pressures on our customers' parts for the optimum in cleanliness capability. Just fantastic. Also, these systems, they are designed and developed such that the system monitors everything in the main enclosure panel for any faults or any anomaly conditions. So we're very proud to bring these machines to the market. One of the other aspects of these machines, we work very hard in designing these machines so they have low maintenance costs. And one of those devices that we use is from a particular supplier of ours, non-contact level sensors. I have one of these in my hand right now, and we can see one of these installed. They're very easy to program. They report back solution levels to us. And the nice thing is, once they're out in the field, they do not have to be cleaned. Other such devices also, smart flow meter monitoring, so we know fill proportions of solution. We do auto dosing chemistry based on this. We integrate the instantaneous flow. It's absolutely perfect for low maintenance, ease of use type machines. We're also going to take a look at some of the safety devices we put on our machines. This particular unit, this big beautiful belt washer, we have e-stop pull cords, completely class 2 safety zoned, electrically fed back into the enclosure. This is in case any of the people that are manually unloading at this end of the machine, they get into a problem, they pull on this, it stops everything on the machine. One of the best features of our inline washers like this are all the canopy doors. We have non-contact canopy door switches on here, which we can detect if the machine is being used in process. If any of these are opened and we stop that zone or stop the entire machine depending on which door is open. This is completely all for safety and for protecting the workers that are around the machine. Absolutely perfect. Another advantage of all of these openings is that if a person during downtime or maintenance times, we can get into the machine. We have pull-out removable headers, absolutely perfect for doing servicing, any type of fixing or anything like that on it. But this is a really nice feature of these machines.
For large wash systems with very wide conveyor belts, getting access to the interior nozzles is very important. And with our systems, we have our pull-out sprays, which makes it really easy. Spray herder pulls out, you have quick and easy access. We can show you the alternative method as well. If you don't have an Alliance system, there is an alternative method for changing nozzles. Well, the alternative is you can have your maintenance people climb inside the machine just like this, and they can access the nozzles this way.
So we've got it directly to the door, and we got our friends at United Erecting that will get it out the door. Right now we're just trying to stage it by the exterior door so that they can get the machine outside. So right now we're blocking it up so that we can trade fork trucks. They have a bigger fork truck that will actually pick this up and set it on the truck. 2 trucks today and 2 trucks tomorrow. So each truck will have a machine module. Heated blow-off's the first one to go, and we'll work our way back to the wall section. So load the module onto a truck and then fill the rest of the truck up with skids.
Hopefully the information that we shared with you regarding these large parts washer builds was informative and helpful. If you have a need for a large system, we would love to help you out. I'm Ken from Alliance, and have a sweet day.